Hi, second grade. It's been a long time since I've seen each of you. It's crazy. I wanted to come on here this morning and do some morning stretches with you. So, based on Wi-Fi speeds, I'm not sure when this will actually get to you, but it works as a great brain break, morning warm-up, afternoon, whenever. So don't feel like if you missed it in the morning, you don't get to do it. You can do this anytime. So I'm just going to do some morning stretches for us like we used to do in the classroom. So let's get started. Alrighty, I do not have a tripod, so we're going to set that up and hope that that works well. Might cut off part of me, and that's okay. Alright, let's start with some side bends. Really focus on that breathing. I want you to turn your body a little bit just so that your torso is facing up towards the ceiling. You're looking upward. And then we'll switch to the other side. Same thing. You don't want to collapse down like that. Lift your chest. Alright, let's take it down. Bend those knees a little bit. And then go ahead and, looks like the kitties are gonna come join, or at least one of them. This is Titan. If you guys remember, Titan, his nickname is short for Titanosaurus, named after a dinosaur. Yeah, you can stretch with us. You can stretch with us. All right, go ahead and widen your stance just a little bit and reach both arms to your left leg. And I want you to count by twos all the way to 50. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, and I changed my mind. We're only gonna go to 30, and we're gonna switch to the other side. Big wide arms as you go over. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. If you're not quite touching your toe, just get as far down that leg as you can. Slight bend in your knee. 30. And then we're gonna take it down to the ground. So stretching out that one leg, go ahead and touch your toe. And then we will switch to the other side. So curl that leg in and stick out your other side, touch your toe. Alrighty, let's sit down and do some arms. Shake it all out. One across the front. And switch, and remember, this whole time, you can be focusing on your breathing. Deep breaths in and out. All right. Let's do triceps. So you can take one arm behind your back, and remember you're touching your spine with your middle finger, and then you don't want your elbow to be pressing your head downward. Use your head as leverage to press against your arm and stretch out that tricep. See if you can get that arm a little bit lower the longer you hold it. And switch to the other side. Once again, I'm using my head to press my arm back. And then let's see if I can get a little lower. Here's what it looks like from the back. Middle finger on the spine. All right. Okay. Stretch those legs out to the front. And pull one in. Make sure you're sitting up on those sit bones. So we're not back here leaning backwards. We're sitting up and seeing how far we can pull our leg into our body. Upward and in. So see if you can get it to your chest. And then switch. Leg on the other knee. Go ahead and just roll your ankle 10 times in one direction and then switch and 10 times in the other direction. You guys are growing like crazy right now, so this is going to be a good exercise or stretch for those growing pains. It's going to stretch all along that leg where you're lengthening out. And switch. We're going to do one more of my favorites for legs, and then we'll start our wiggling. So this is called the pigeon pose, if you guys remember. So you can see you're taking your leg, crossing it in front of you. The further this way you can get your ankle, the better and more flexible you are, and it is. So that's kind of your goal, is to move it further and further out. Notice that I'm not sitting on my leg like this. My ankle's off to the side, so as much as possible, try to maintain that. So you can hold it here for a while. It's really going to help open up your hip flexors, so muscles here in your groin as well as the outside. We're going to take it down. See if you can go down to your elbows. And then see if you can take it all the way down to the floor, laying on top of that leg. All right, bring it back up, and this time I'm going to do a slightly different angle. You can go this way, so maybe you can see a little differently. Take your other leg, cross it under. Remember, I'm not laying on my ankle like this, pulling that ankle in. Can hold it here. Come down to your elbows. And all the way, if you're able to get there. Okay. Let's bring it back up. I'm gonna start by wiggling those toes. We already did a little bit of those ankles. Knees. Wiggle those out. Hips. Remember, one of my favorite hip stretches, another good one is our hip circles. If you want to do any of those, you can go from the inside out, or you can switch it and go from the outside in. Inside out. And outside in. Okay. Shoulders. Go backwards and shoulders forward. Sorry, just had to fix something. All right, this is a good long stretch for us today. Elbows. I'll have to get on and do a shorter one at some point for you. Wrists. Really good thing about all of the extra time we have right now with not being able to go out is that you can be really intentional about things that you want to be doing more often. One of those things for me is definitely stretching, especially with baby on the way. I want to make sure my body is nice and loose because it's doing a lot of growing too. So even if we go a little bit longer today, fingers, that's okay because your body loves it and your body needs it. And we have extra time, right? Stretching out the webbing of my fingers a little bit. Remember, our fingers and toes tend to get neglected, even though we use them a lot, so it's good to stretch those out. Neck. Nice and slow and gentle. Put your hands behind your head. Get a little more leverage, but remember, you're not pulling your head down. You're just placing your hands up there to give your head a little extra weight. Stretch out the back of that neck. All right, chin. Lips. Tongue. Nose. Eyes. Eyebrows. Ears. Hair. And everything. Stomp, stomp, cross, and bring it up with 3 slow deep breaths
close those eyes, scan your body, figure out if you need to stretch out in any other areas that might still feel tense. Shake it up, reach up to the sky, and other side. This time when you cross your hands, make sure you switch which one's on top. Scan your body again with those deep breaths. Can take the next couple of minutes to do any extra stretching that you think you need. We didn't really stretch out our torso, our belly too much, because I can't do that a lot right now. I don't want to overextend the muscles there. So if you feel like you need some more stretching in your arms, your legs, your ankles, any specific place, you can take the time to do that now. I miss you guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, and hopefully I see you soon.